There's always a first for everything. There's always the first time that you have apple pie. There's always the first time that you discover a lost episode of a TV show or whatever. Or in this case, for this is the DVD case in which this arrived in. It's not the library's fault. It's a pretty obscure movie from Dario Argento, 1985. Rather than read that, I actually have a book called Heavy Metal Movies right here. Highly recommended. Yeah. Italian horror, demons, soundtrack, except Motley Crue, Pretty Maids, and Saxon. Oh, yes. Well, it was produced by Argento, whatever. Produced and written by Dario Argento and directed by Lamberto Bava, son of Mario, of course. Demons is Italy's hallucinogenic meta-commentary on its own berserk splatter movies of the 80s. The film takes place in a theater showing a berserker splatter movie from Italy. An unnamed fright film is playing at the Metropole, which is packed with patrons who accepted a screening invite from a freaky dude, Michael Soavi, wearing a Terminator-style mask. Looked more like Phantom of the Opera. The movie within a movie features a silver monster mask that transforms its wearer into a demon. The same mask is on display in the Metropole lobby. In fact, on her way inside, a hooker cut herself on the mask. Before long, the prostitute's wound spews goo, and she grotesquely mutates into a demon a lot like the one on screen. From there, Demons is an electrically kinetic orgy of body breaking and gore spraying as one patron after another gets bitten and infected, flailing wildly in some truly awesome monster makeup. The exits in the meantime have been bricked up to prevent escape. Amidst gushers of blood, bile, entrails, green puke, and other wet foulnesses, youthful George, Urbano Barberini, and Cheryl, Natasha Hovey make their way to the fateful lobby display, which includes a motorcycle and a samurai sword. The couple mounts the bike and speeds around the theater, hacking and slashing demons as they go in a sustained assault of homicidal heavy metal joy while Fast as a Shark by Accept plays. Blares on the soundtrack. A group of punk rappers breaks into the theater, only to get demon bit and go around spreading the plague to the general populace. George and Cheryl nastily dispatch the original ticket giver and then take to the demon overrun streets while everybody out by Saxon closes out the action. A heavily armed family in Jeep rescues our heroes as Cheryl tragically transforms into a demon during the credits. A 10-year-old kid in the front seat blasts her with a shotgun, twice, right in the gut. Demons makes effective use of the metal songs on its soundtrack. Night Danger by Pretty Maids turned out to be really good riding music. The big surprise is the bizarre, even scary Walking on the Edge by Rick Springfield. It's a 5-minute opus, the first one of which consists of swirling synths and a deep devil voice moaning about war and the beast before launching into hard rock bombast. Yeah, Rick Springfield. I'm surprised by that. Posters lining the Metropole lobby includes those for AC/DC, Let There Be Rock 1980, Four Flies on Grey Velvet, Haha 1971, No Nukes 1980, and Nosferatu 1979. Video game Silent Hill features a recreation of the Metropole Theater adorned with posters for demons. Never played the game before. This is a good, fun, riotous time for all the reasons that are described, but very specifically, some of it indeed for the meta commentary of the horror of the movie. It's like what we watch, how one can become so entranced by it that they start to lose it, and they themselves may become a demon, perhaps. When one can't separate reality from fiction, that's what can happen. And two, I guess it's like how there's the whole community coming together in order to go against all the try and survive. So it's like survival of the fittest. It's like, hey, we need to escape. Let's all band together. Let's get like a couple of people who we think have an idea and vote. That doesn't happen, but we do get a pimp for a reason. I'm like, okay, I like he's got the same mustache as me, just without this. So that was interesting to see. Yeah, but this has always been like done in how like when there are always groups, there's always going to be friction and decay, and eventually it leads into just problems. And that's not exactly a motif here, but it's someone you've seen in the past. And of course, it's almost like a tribute to all the horror and everything else that's going on here. Like say, like kind of just giving praise to it, but also commentating on it of just how over the top it gets. All the while, you can have your own movie that was lost for 20 years of Four Flies that still plays in the background. So say what you will about that. Yeah, obviously the characters here are just stock. It's like just a bunch of people in the movie theater. They're around the couple, or it's just like they're just here to provide some action, whatever. Yeah, for like the first, I don't know, roughly 20 minutes, there's like not too many demons, but this mask which is possessed causes people to mutate and become like powerful. So you can just imagine all the crap that's going on of just seats being thrown, barricaded, especially when the more interesting scenes is like when a woman literally comes out of the silver screen, like where she mutates into a demon, thus, like I said, giving the meta commentary about like the real demons or like the human beings. Maybe I'm just looking too much into this. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely something to see where her teeth become going from this all the way to having like the sharp fangs, and it's just such a good transformation. I'm like, yes. And of course, all the everyone in the makeup, they do look pretty good as well. Looking like, hey, not like super freaky or anything, but enough to just make them seem like these are otherworldly beings. But it's like, you tell the actors, do, hey, wear this, let's apply that. So yeah, I like it. It stands out enough to, or amongst all the other style of like demons that were going on there. Obviously, another freaking great standout scene is, well, it was mentioned in the book. It's like, yeah, he's got the sword and he's just going around just decapitating people for like a good minute or so. It's just so great just to see him just ride around in there while Fast as a Shark is being played, and it's just true heavy freaking metal heaven. Oh yeah. It's just like, this is a movie where you just enjoy the freaking ride, literally. And the soundtrack is great. Yeah, this was planning on what some people may not like. Well, obviously this isn't for everyone. It's got the blood, it's got the demons, and the green slime and everything. And yeah, if you're squeamish for stuff like that, don't watch it. You know exactly what you're getting. But because everything is done here with effort, that's what adds to the enjoyment of this being a Saturday, of this being a midnight movie or midnight flick. Yeah, I mean, this movie does go by at 88 minutes, so the pacing is freaking great. Soundtrack is great. Um, yeah, Lamberto Bava wanted to kind of like recreate what was going on with Black Sabbath. They have the three movies, so he said, okay, let's work with him and Argento worked, and they're going to eventually, like, they did Demons 1, Demons 2, and they were going to make a Demons 3, but that just never materialized for whatever reason. So what they decided to do was, instead, it just ultimately just became this movie, The Church. This one will come. Please have the trilogy right there. So that is paying tribute to his father Mario, at the same time working with pretty much the premier Italian director of really any genre. Mario also did work, I think, for the Cat o' Nine Tails as like production assistant. I think that was like his last film. So arguably two of the greatest Italian directors worked with each other. But yeah, this movie is a riot. It's a hoot. It's got the blood, and you just look at it and you're just like, I'm having such a dang good time watching this. It's like a true metalheads movie come to life, and if you ever get the chance, you want to have just a bloody good time with some great freaking phenomenal music, then I do recommend that you watch demons. Happy Halloween.